Students, this is yet another question. So 80 years ago, the ratio of Nancy's age and Roji's age was 6:5. Now the ratio of their ages is 22:21. Find their present ages. Okay, so let us slowly start. 80 years ago, one thing that we need to take care was the ratio of 80 years ago, the ratio of Nancy's age and Roji's age. That means two ages, the ratio between two ages was 6:5. So going back 80 years, we can understand that the ratio of these two people's ages was 6:5. Now that doesn't mean their age was, now Nancy's age was 6 and Ruji's age was 5. It doesn't mean that. Why? Because it could be a simplified value. That is, for example, consider 24/30. If I simplify this is 4 into 6, so 24. 4 into 5, I'm sorry, I actually meant 24/20. It is 4 into 6, 24, and 4 into 5, 20. That means 6/5. I get 6/5. Again, consider this thing, 18/15. And in this case, what do you see? 3 into 6 is 18. So 6, 3 into 5 is 15. So what do you see here? It could be anything, and if you simplify it, you might get 6/5. So it's not necessary that the ages is 60. It could be 6 and 5. We don't know. So again, we don't know. So since we don't know, we call it a variable. Put a variable along with it. 6x and 5x. Now, if their ages are exactly 6 and 5, then wait, I'll show you. Let me just finish rubbing off this. So if their ages are exactly 6 and 5, then we will get the value of x as 1. Okay. So for this case, we can consider them 6x and 5x. Okay. Now, what else does the question say? Okay, the question says that this was 80 years ago. Okay, I see. So it was 80 years ago, this was the condition. Now what else does the question say? After 80 years, that means now, today, the ratio of the ages is 22/21. So plus 80. So after 80 years, this was 80 years before. So now after 80 years, the ratio of their ages is 22/21. So you see how we got a beautiful equation here. Now how to solve this? You have already learned how to cross multiply, so just do that. So it will be 21 into 6x plus 21 into 80 is equal to 22 into 5x plus 22 into 80. Solve this, and what will you get? You will get 21 into 6, that is 126x. I'm sorry, it is 21 into 6x. So 126x plus 21 into 80, that will be 1080. I'm sorry, it will be 1680. 1680 is equal to 22 into 5x, that will be 110x plus 22 into 80, and that will be 1760. So once you solve this, you'll get an equation like this, and then you'll have to move the like terms together. So it will, like terms together. So 120. So moving this here, 126x minus 110x is equal to 1760 minus 1680. So it will be, this will be 126 minus 16, it is basically 16x is equal to 1760 minus 1680, that will be 80. And now you have x is equal to 80 divided by 16. So what is 80 divided by 16? It is 5. So you got 5. So you got the value of x as 5. Now the x is not the age. Okay, x, you got the value of x, you got 5. So let us come back to our equation. So what was our equation? The equation we got was 6x plus 80 and 5x plus 80 is equal to 22 by 21. Now we understood what is the value of x. Now, but the question is to find the present ages. That means to find the ages now. And the present ages ratio is 22 by 21. This value. Now, we know that this is a ratio. Again, this is just a ratio. So because this is only a ratio, what I will do, I need, you know that I need to multiply by x. Because it could be a simplified value. We don't know that. So let us multiply by x. So x value, we can see that 22 into x. X is what? 5 we got. So 22 into 5. So what is 22 into 5? 22 into 5 is 110. So 110. And what is 21 into x? 21x. So 21 into 5, and that will be 105. Oh man, they are pretty old. So Nonsi is 110 years old and Ruji is 105 years old. You see, so if you divide these two numbers, you will get 22 by 21. So why I showed you this example is, I know that you know how to solve equations by now, but why I showed you these examples are is because I wanted to show how ratios work. So when we say that something is in the ratio of 4 by 5 or 8 by 7 or 7 by 9, it doesn't mean the value itself is 7 or 9. It just means that when you simplify that, you could get 7 by 9 fraction. Now in this case when I say the ratio is 22 by 21, it could also be 22 by 21, and the ages also could be 22 by 21. But that time, what if you put x, you will always get the value of x is equal to 1. So that means 22 into 1 is 22, 21 into 1 is 21. So you see that this is not always the condition. It could change. So that is why we put the variable x, because we don't know what is the exact value. Okay, I hope you understand. I think that you understood this. If there's any doubt, contact me. Okay, thank you guys for listening. Now from the next class, we'll move on to the next chapter.